Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a couple of big targets who will be looking to get open in the middle of the field. It's the Falcons going up against the Texans. So let's go now to Atlanta, Georgia, where Jim and Phil are on the call.
Texans and Falcons coming up on EA Sports for today's game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz alongside Phil Simms. And I guess the big question, Phil, before a kickoff is what do you expect here today?
You know, Jim, I expect these coaches to be aggressive. You can't go out here and just hope the other team makes mistakes. You got to go out there and take it. So do it with your play calling. You know, try some trick plays. Do whatever you have to do to give your team the edge.
So that means Devin Hester will be back for the opening kick. And Randy Bullock looks set now to kick it away. We're underway here. The 20 and at the 21. Trotting on to the field. He has thrown for over 4,000 yards, 3 consecutive seasons. Quarterback Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan had a really good last year, even though he didn't get the protection by his offensive line. So he proved to everybody, even though he's not a speed guy, he can stand in that pocket under pressure and make plays.
First down at the 21. Freeman's brought down at the 21. For this offense, one of the most consistent threats they've had since being a first-round pick in 2005 out of UAB is Roddy White.
Yeah, he's an all-around player, Roddy White. He has shown how tough he is in his career in the NFL. And, boy, you are not second fiddle to anybody when Roddy White is one of your wide receivers.
2nd and 9. Freeman's going to secure the handoff. Gets about 9 on the play.
So many times you watch football games and coaches just give up too early on the run game. Well, they'll keep it going today. After that run, decent pickup by the running back.
Third down on the way. Freeman's taking the handoff. And he tackled down at the 36-yard line.
Jim, let's keep our eye on the defense. If they keep giving up runs like this, they're going to have to change what they're doing on the defensive side. Maybe bring another guy down in the box to stop those runs.
The Texans sat at the line. Dime package. First down and 10. Had it for a moment, but then lost it on the hit. A player to watch on this Houston defense is cornerback Jonathan Joseph.
Jonathan Joseph loves to play man-to-man coverage, and he's not afraid to take a chance. So if the opportunity is there, he'll get the interception for the defense.
2nd down after the incompletion. Freeman's handed the football. And that'll be a gain of about 2. I know they want to come out and establish the run, but, boy, this defense right now is not bending.
They're doing a good job so far, the defense, but on the offensive side, stay patient, keep pounding that football, and hopefully you can wear this defense down as the game goes along.
The Falcons get set at the line, needing to get to the 46 for a first.
Stands in the pocket. Matt Bosher ready to punt.
And a touchback here will bring the ball out to the 20.
The Texans have trusted their offense now with the quarterback with the big arm, Ryan Mallett, formerly of the Patriots.
Jim, they're looking for a long-term answer. Is Ryan Mallett the guy? We're going to find out. He has shown glimpses of being very talented and having a chance to be a star, but you got to be consistent in this league at the quarterback position.
First down at the 20. Foster. And a gain of 4. Let's set the lineups for this offense. One of the all-time fantasy running backs. Undrafted, though, out of Tennessee is Arian Foster.
Yeah, Arian Foster, hey, he's the big smooth, man. He just makes it look so easy. He glides along. You look up, and you go, oh, another 15-yard run by Arian Foster.
Foster's in the backfield. Single back set. The Texans take it from the 23. The Texans get a first down.
I don't know what the answer is when it comes to guarding these tight ends now. There's just not much you can do. I'll tell you the best way to stop the tight end, rush the quarterback.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Foster's tackled right at the 35.
A big presence on that defensive front. Out of Iowa is Adrian Claiborne.
Yeah, he was a tremendous prospect coming out of the University of Iowa, and I'll tell you, when healthy, he is a great player in the NFL on the defensive front. They need him to play very well.
It's now second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
Let's go.
Middle of the field and incomplete this time.
That's what you expect in the NFL nowadays from the players, especially these receivers. They're so aggressive, so athletic. They go all out for every catch. That time he just lets it all go. Not able to make the catch, but I'll give him an A for effort.
The Falcons defense now is going to go nickel.
Tackles made.
Well, nowadays, your linebackers, they got to be able to do everything. They got to be big enough to get in there and stop the run, and also athletic enough to be able to get in position and make an interception. Good job by the linebacker.
The Falcons bringing their offense onto the field. It wasn't a very productive possession for them last time out, partner. They ended up punting.
Well, you know what it was? It was a good filling out process. So they got some knowledge by watching the defense and what defenses they tried on them. So you got to take advantage of that knowledge and come out here and make some plays.
First down at the 47. And that gains a few. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Freeman's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short gain.
It's now second down and 7 after the 3-yard rush.
The Texans with a nickel look here on defense. Ryan's back in shotgun formation. Ryan hits Roddy White.
Well, when you talk about throwing these sideline routes or the out route, it is about timing. When that receiver makes that break to go towards the sideline, that football has to be in the air. Nice throw and catch that time.
First down at the 26.
Scans the field. Easy catch there. No one near him.
That's his first reception today.
Well, if you want to be a good play-action pass team, it's always nice to have a good running game. Make the defense dig in and try to stop your run. When they do that, you fool them. You fake it, you throw it down the field. That's about as easy as it gets.
How you perform inside the red zone is often the difference in a game, and we'll get an early taste of that.
No doubt about it, Jim. You got to be creative when you get in the red zone. We'll see what the offense...
Freeman's going to take the handoff now.
What a job by the defense down on the goal line. They were playing run all the way. It was a run. They got the penetration, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
Loss of 3 on the play. Just 4 yards away from the end zone.
Second and goal from the 4.
Surveys.
Lions tackled down after a gain of 2.
Well, that last play almost got them in here, and when you look at this, what do? Well, you just want to punch it in. There's a lot of different scenarios. You could do a play-action fake, probably get somebody wide open, or have a running back just jump over the top for the touchdown.
Third and goal from the 2.
Makes the grab. Touchdown.
Well, when you get close to the goal line, you always have to look out for the tight end, because anytime there's just a little bit of deception, that deception is enough for the tight end to get that area where he can get open. That time he does it, touchdown.
Falcons lined up now for the point after.
Driving extra point is good. The Texans ready to receive the kick.
And now Johnson.
Ball is out. A huge turn of events. The ball's going back the other way.
This game is still about hitting. When you hit the other team hard enough, that football comes loose. Nice job by the kicking team. They make the hit, and they recover the fumble. Great job.
The Falcons offense heading back onto the field to start the drive after the result of their last possession was a touchdown. You think they've got another one in them?
Oh, I absolutely do. I mean, just look at it. They got a good football team. The quarterback has great confidence and talent, and you put those things together, that makes you good. It makes you dangerous, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down there again.
Real good field position here to start this series.
Freeman's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. The Falcons from the 27. McKinney's all over that offense and brings him down.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
And here we have second down. Ryan gives it up. Picked up a couple that time. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Well, but it's third long in a situation like this. I'm going to look at it from the defensive side. You know they're going to be careful, so make sure you come up and just make the tackle so they don't get those yards after the catch or a long run.
Third down and 10.
White's got the catch and the first. That's reception number 2 for him.
The Falcons on their offensive play sheet, they don't have many plays for third and long situations, but that is a really nice job that time by the offense, the quarterback. They pick up the first down. That'll get you going. Well, the offense has done a good job getting down inside the 20 in the so-called red zone or green zone by some team. A little more aggressive now because you don't have to worry about the length of the field. It is shortened, so take advantage of it and attack this offense a little more. The Falcons have really been dominant today on the offensive side. In the red zone now, they just take the football and they run it right at the defense and pick up solid yards.
The Falcons come to the line with a bunch set. Ryan takes it from the gun. Hankerson makes the play. Johnson's there to take it down. They're just grinding away down here, inching closer to the end zone.
Well, that's what you got to do sometimes. It's hard always to think that you're going to come out and just make big plays. You got to do the dirty work, and this offense is doing it right now.
Ready to make the stop on the goal line. Loading up that defensive front. And he's across for the touchdown.
Bill, everything is going right for this team at this point. We're still in the first quarter. What must the coach on the other side be thinking?
He's thinking, hey, can we get this game over with and can I get out of here? He can't believe it. After a full week of hard work and preparation and to come out and play like this is absolutely uncalled for.
The Falcons for the extra point.
It's good.
The Texans ready to take that football down the field.
It's Keyshawn Martin on the return. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. Falcons defense is having a field day so far. They've been ready for just about anything the offense has tried. A very impressive display here, partner.
Jim, they are whooping tail on the defensive side. That's the cleanest way I can say it. They have been fun to watch, dominating physically, and they got a shutout going.
The Falcons defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. First down at the 30. Gets the handle here. Foster tackled down. Ends up picking up about 5.
Foster's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
second down coming up. And Foster's taken down at the 33. Third and 7 coming up. The Texans take it from the 33. Johnson's got it. First down. That's his first reception today.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Mallett's dropping back to throw once again. Tried to find his target over the middle, but that pass goes incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit there, don't you, Jim? They are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Second and 10 coming up. The Texans take it from the 43. And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. We're early in this one, but already a crucial third and long play coming up.
These are tough situations. What are you going to do on the offensive side? There's only so much you can do. If I was the defense, I would look for a screen.
Third down now. The first quarter comes to an end, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Texans still possess the football as we begin the second quarter. It'll be third down. The second quarter is underway with this snap. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
The post route, deep down the field, going towards the goalpost. It's not called enough in this league. Nice throw by the quarterback.
They come to the line at the 31-yard line. Here's the first snap after the big play.
Let's go. Break 38. Break 38.
The give to the outside, Foster. And that's good for only a yard or two. The Texans run the risk right now of having to abandon the running game. Foster's been off the mark, and that's a big reason why they're trailing in this one.
That's right. It hasn't worked. So what do you say? Don't be afraid to change. What you have to do, you call the plays. They give your team the best chance to win, and they better start changing those play calls.
And it's incomplete. Just can't hold on that time.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
From the 29-yard line.
Mallett's got it in the gun. It's caught by Garrett Graham. That's a gain of 8.
Defense did a good job that time. It's 3rd and long. They know the offense wants to throw it down the field. They cover all the deep receivers and nowhere to go with the football except short.
Bullock will line up for the field goal try. Drives it through for the field goal.
Well, even though they get the field goal that time, it's still disappointing. You get in that position, you'd like to score a touchdown.
The Falcons in kick return formation. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. The Texans defense, let's see where they are mentally here, Phil, after allowing a touchdown.
Well, they got to have some motivation after that last drive. It was so poor. It's about discipline. We didn't see it from their defense. So this time, go out there and just do your job.
First down at the 23. Looking long to Julio Jones. Second down following that incompletion. Jones has it on the screen. Ball's in on the tackle.
Defense, play the situation. It's 3rd and long. Don't let a receiver get behind you and make a catch to pick up the first down. Keep it in front of you and then let them catch it and come up and make the tackle.
It's 3rd down coming up. Ryan will be taking this snap out of the pistol. Looking long. It's intercepted.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
DeAndre Hopkins retaking the field. He's not having any kind of impact on this game so far, and that's a big reason why his team's behind.
Yeah, when you talk about the run game, the pass protection, the run blocking, there's one word that comes to mind: poorly. Everybody's having a bad day, and especially the wide receiver. He's got to pick it up. He has the ability to raise the level of play of this offense just by his actions.
Arian Foster lined up in the backfield. First down at the 44. Incomplete. The hit jarred the ball loose.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
This will be second down.
Let's go.
Mallett's going to take it from the gun. Brings it into his body. And that's a gain of 9. The defense will take the penalty. The Falcons lined up in the nickel.
Let's go.
The Texans have it at the 34. Intercepted!
What a job by the linebacker that time making that interception. Gets in good position. And what a pair of hands. A linebacker who can do it all.
The Falcons will try to hold on to the football. This has been one big turnover after another, Phil. Just what the coaches talked about in our meetings with him this week about ball security. It's not happening here.
Well, it tells you the players did not listen to the coaches, that's for sure, because ball security is not what we're seeing out there. I know this. Next week in practice, there's going to be a lot of drills about hanging on to the football.
What a nice spot to begin this drive. Falcons take it from the 33. Can't hold on here as it goes incomplete.
Jim, when you look at drop passes in the NFL, it's almost always for the same reason. They take their eyes off the football, the receivers, just before it gets there. And when you do that, that little bit of lack of concentration will cause you to drop the pass.
Failing to complete that one, so second down here. The Texans with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Matt Ryan from the shotgun. Jones got it, and a first. How about the way he always locks in and concentrates on the catch?
Man, he's got hands like glue. When you shake his hand, he can break yours because that's how strong they are. So not surprised to see him just reach out and just snatch the football out of the air.
Ryan's going to be in the pistol here. Now 1st and 10. Handoff made. Joseph's all over the ball carrier.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
At the 22-yard line, here they come.
The Falcons come to the line, and they put their receivers in a bunch formation. 2nd and 11. Hankerson with the grab. Mark him down for another reception.
The Falcons understand just get whatever yards you can every time you're going to play. That's what they do that time. It's a short completion, but look what position it puts them here. In on 3rd down, this is something they can handle.
Ryan's completion percentage, 60% on the day. Third down and 3. And White can't hold on that time.
Well, the offensive coordinator is going to second-guess himself this time. 3rd and short. The pass is incomplete. Now it's 4th down, and he's over there saying, I knew it. We should have run it.
Should be an easy one here. The kick is good.
We're beginning to see this team assert their dominance in this game midway through the second, although this time it's just a field goal. Still, it opens up a lead.
I'm looking at the team that's losing right now. When are they going to stand up and just say, I've had enough, and go out there and start fighting?
The Falcons getting ready to kick it off. Johnson's got it. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line.
Desmond Trufant takes the field once again. Their defense has had a lot to do with them getting out to this lead, and he's been the one setting the tone, Phil.
Yeah, Jim, I love the way he plays. He's had a terrific day so far. His toughness, I think that's his greatest quality.
Let's go. First of the year. First of the year.
Nothing will drive a coach crazier than a false start penalty.
Foster in the backfield, single back set. They'll go ground. Foster tackled down after a gain of 4.
Foster's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
2nd down here after that run play.
Falcons defense now is going to go nickel. They'll run it here. To the outside, Foster. And picks up maybe 3 or 4. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Following the run, it's now 3rd and 7. Mallett's ready for the snap, empty backfield.
From the gun. The Texans will punt the football.
Hester's got it at the 15. Gains 19.
The Falcons love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you want. And, of course, it helps when you have an explosive punt returner back there.
Julio Jones on his way out to the huddle again. It's been a slow start to this game for him. He hasn't been the receiving threat that we're used to seeing, but his team leads.
Shows you how many weapons they have on the offensive side. You're right. He has not been a weapon. He is playing poorly, but they're winning the football game, and that's what's most important.
Takes the snap. We're about midway, 2nd quarter. Freeman's met at the 37.
Freeman's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
2nd and 6 coming up. Freeman's lined up as the single back. The Falcons from the 37. Freeman's got it on the handle.
Freeman's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
The Texans with a nickel look here on defense. 1st and 10. White's got the catch and the first. 3rd catch today so far.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands.
Ryan's completion percentage, 60% on the day. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. 1st down at the 39. He'll pick up 7 this time.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
2nd down, 4 to go. To the ground. Coleman's met at the 30.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
Third and 1 coming up. Matt Ryan under center. The Falcons will take the snap from the 30. Wide to the left. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a 1st down.
Freeman's able to get it done that time. Why? Because he has the power and the will to make it happen. 3rd and short, he just gets it done with sheer willpower.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. First down at the 27. Gives it to him again. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Freeman's trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Second and 8 coming up. Ryan will be taking this snap out of the pistol. Falcons have it at the 24. And incomplete as Jones can't hold on.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. The Texans come out in a dime package. Ryan from the gun. With 2 hands, he has it.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
Bryant's lining up for the field goal. He's 1 for 1 so far today. And we've reached the 2-minute warning in this one. All right, so coming out of the break, just 2 minutes to go and a 4th down coming up in this one.
Bryant's lining up for the field goal. He's 1 for 1 so far today. And he puts it through for 3. How important was it, Phil, to add another 3 to the lead before the intermission?
And you got to look at the team that's trailing right now. You got to go in at halftime and change what you're doing, because what you've been doing so far, it hasn't worked.
The Texans ready to receive the kick. Martin steps up for the return. And the tackle is made right around the 26-yard line. And Arian Foster heading back out to the field now for this next drive. He hasn't made much of an impact in this game, Phil, and that's caused problems for his side.
Yeah, listen, he is the center of their football team. And when he goes well, of course, the team goes well. So they got to find a way to get him started. How do you do that? Is it a trick play? I don't know. But get him going. Tell that offensive line to toughen up, and this game will change around.
The Falcons defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Mallett's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Short's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. That's his first reception today. No time to waste. They hurry to the line. The Texans have it at the 39. Second and 10. Going for the home run. Almost intercepted.
Well, when you get in a situation like this, Jim, and you get 3rd and long, I'll tell you what catches the defense by surprise. Run a double move on the outside against the defensive back, because everybody in the stands and the defensive players all think you're going to throw it short.
They face 3rd down after the incomplete pass. Quarters formation here for the defense.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun formation. Scanning the field. The Texans now move the chains. Will go no huddle. Mallett standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Looking at every option. Got hit on release.
Coming to the line at the 49.
The Falcons lined up in the nickel.
Get ready.
From the gun. Blue with the grab. Game's 20. The Texans are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. We're back, and the offense is ready to roll after the timeout. After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Mallett's back in shotgun formation. Nate Washington on the receiving end. That's his first reception today.
So far, wonderful execution in this drive. When you get a chance to get out of bounds, here the offensive player got the yardage, had a chance, gets out of the bounds, stops the clock. Good job by the offense.
Inside the 20 now at the 19.
Get ready. Red 38. Red 38.
From the gun. Pulls it in. The ball is fumbled. The Texans use another timeout here, and they have one left.
Ready to take the snap at the 4.
Let's go.
First and goal from the 4. Looking across the middle. It was right there, but he didn't bring it in.
That's a wonderful job that time by the secondary. Everybody's in position, nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football, and it leads to another incomplete pass.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Goal line defense on the field. The Texans, that's a touchdown, and that tightens things up.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time. Put it right on the money. Not a big window. It doesn't matter to him today. Great control of the football. Put it right in there for the touchdown.
The Texans for the extra point.
Extra point was good.
Falcons certainly wanted to go into the half with a bigger lead than they have now. We'll see what they do before the first half ends. Scores 20-10. The Texans ready to boot the football down the field. Perhaps the best ever. Hester on the return. Hester's tackled down at the 22. That return's good for about 21. The Falcons have had a smart and snappy first half, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Sounds like the way I dress. Smart and snappy. That is me. But, you know, hey, it's been a good first half for the offense. They want to keep it going. I'm sure they will.
First down at the 22. Ryan over to Jones. The Falcons are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here.
2nd and 1 coming up. The Texans defense now is going to go nickel. Falcons snap it at the 31. The Falcons now move the chains. The Falcons will use a timeout here. They'll talk it over before running a play on 1st down.
Offense ready to play after calling a timeout. Drop back, shotgun formation.
Finds his mark. Falcons have to take their final timeout. That's it.
Second down and 12. The defense gets a sack.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
We've come to the end of the first half in the Olympic city of Atlanta. We'll take a quick break here for halftime before returning for the start of the third.
Thanks, Jim, and welcome to the EA Sports Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Falcons right now are doing a good job protecting their house. The Texans haven't played horribly, but will need to improve if they want to win this one. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Under duress, and the pass is picked off. Falcons defense forces the turnover. Offense out now following the interception. Quick pass, and he finds Jacob Tamme. And after the short pass, he'll score. The Falcons take the early lead. Falcons have it at the 2. Freeman's looking for room to run, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. Final moments of the first half. Mallett's on time with the slant, and after the short pass, he'll score. Texans trail now by 10. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to the Georgia Dome for the start of the third quarter.
With Phil Simms alongside and Danielle Bellini reporting from the sidelines. Jim Nance from the Georgia Dome as the third quarter is about to get underway.
The Texans ready to take that football down the field.
The second half is officially underway. Martin on the return. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down.
The Falcons defense heads onto the field here to start the second half, looking for another stop and once again to give the ball back to their offense as they're leading in this one here early third, Phil.
I like what they did in the first half. The defense goes in there at halftime. They get a little rest, so come out here and show that energy and take advantage of the situation and make some plays.
The third quarter begins with this play. Going deep. He brings it in. That's another reception, giving him 2.
When you're behind in a football game, all you can do on the offensive side is just go out there and thinking about making plays and picking up first downs. Good job by the offense.
Coming to the line at the 44.
Get ready. Press to the end.
First and 10. Ball is out. They recover their own fumble.
Nice job by the offense that time. Even though they fumbled the football, quick enough and smart enough to get on it right away.
After nearly turning it over, it's second down. It ends on the field here.
Get ready.
Mallett's got it in the gun. Leaps up and comes away with it. Tackle down at the 47.
Well, every coordinator in the NFL has a box over there somewhere in that play sheet for third and long. When he wants to try to pick the play up or the first down with a throw down the field, it can be seams, double moves, but they have 4 or 5 of those types of plays to pick up third and long situations.
The Falcons with a nickel look here on defense. Got a flag. Defense was trying to guess the snap count, and it cost them there. Third down after the penalty. Mallett's going to take it from the gun. Has the reception all alone. That's reception number 4 for him.
The Texans put themselves in a terrible situation, third and long, but you know what? They got a lot of talent on the offensive side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that first down.
Mallett's now completed 4 in a row.
The line of scrimmage, the 27.
This play set up by the long gainer. Snap it out of the gun. And it's swatted away.
Shorts is one of those guys. If he drops a pass or makes a mistake on the field, he doesn't make excuses. He knows no matter what the circumstances are, if you get your hands on the football as a receiver in the NFL, everybody expects you to make the catch.
Second and 10 coming up. Foster's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Unable to bring it in.
Sometimes on third and long from the defensive side, I like the fact that you can blitz. Send more guys than they can block. make the quarterback throw the football quickly and short, then it's all up to coming up and making the tackle.
The pass play fails to work, and now it's third down. The Texans have to get to the 17-yard line for a first down. And that'll probably go as a drop.
Washington's unable to bring that pass in, Jim. He just took his eyes off the football. And when you do that, it's usually going to result in a drop. And those things happen. It's not a perfect game. You got to overcome adversity. I think this guy will do it. Next time it comes this way, he'll make the catch.
Lining up for a 44-yard field goal. And the kick is good for 3. Looks like whatever was said at halftime struck a note with this team. That field goal gets them right back into the game.
I think what the coach did at halftime, he went in there and he put his players in a good frame of mind, gave them some confidence, and it showed in that opening drive.
The Falcons ready to return the kick. Hester, the return man here. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. Handing the ball off hasn't been something that's worked for either one of these teams today, Phil.
Well, what you have to show on the offensive side when you want to run the football, you got to show some determination. And the guys on the offensive side just get tougher and make it work.
First down at the 29. That's Ryan connecting with Roddy White.
The Falcons coaching staff, they have been smart today. They are keeping everybody off bounds. Even me, I thought for sure they would run the football, but no, they come out on first down, they throw it, they pick up solid yards. Good job by them.
So they complete one, and still it's second down. Freeman's lined up in a single back formation. Here's the handoff. Freeman's brought down after picking up 6 on this play. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
That's what you want to do. Just get a first down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
The Texans defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. And that's Watt in on the stop, and this will go for a loss. The Falcons lead right now, but you will see that not everything is going their way. Freeman's had a tough one, especially down the stretch. If they want to control the game, you have to think they're going to go back to him for some more touches and try to get it right.
That's right. Keep giving him the football. Keep mixing the plays up. Don't get obvious in your play calls. If you do, the defense will have everything on their side.
Second down and 11. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Hey, easy call. Be safe. Put the pressure on the other team to make the plays on the offensive side to beat you. So right here, you call something very conservative.
This is third down. Ryan takes it from the gun. Smith on the grab.
Nice job that time by the defense. Knowing the situation, go ahead and let the quarterback complete the pass. Just make sure you come up and make the tackle before the first down. Good job. Fourth down coming up.
They're set to punt it away now. And no return as this goes for a touchback.
The Texans back on the field with their offense now. They've scored on each of their last 2 drives and have to be feeling pretty confident right now at the start of this one.
Yeah, it is amazing what the mind can do sometimes on the football field. You go out there and you score, and you feel like nothing can stop you. So would not be surprised to see them to go out there and have success again.
First down at the 20. And it's a catch to Graham. That's his 5th catch of the day.
Hard to guard these tight ends now in the NFL. It really puts the defense in like a quandary. Do we use a big guy? Well, the big guy's not fast enough. We use a small guy. Well, he's not big enough. They get pushed around. I don't know what you're going to do. Just make sure you're a good tackler after they catch you.
The Texans come out in a bunch set. Second down and 4. They'll go ground. And straight ahead, Foster. He's tackled at the 28. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Foster's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottle him up for a short gain.
That last play was a run. Third down coming up. An extra tight end on the field for this one. Foster. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down.
Foster's trying to find a way to pick up that short yardage situation on third down, but the defense does an outstanding job, especially the defensive line. Nowhere to run and no first down.
One of the best ever, Shane Leckler out to punt. Hester's going to try and return this punt. And that's Dent in on the stop. And a run back of about 9. The Falcons didn't get much out of that last drive, so now here they come again on offense. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit more of an urgency to the offense this time.
Well, I'll just say this to you, Jim Nance. I sure hope so. After that last drive, that was just too generic, wasn't very well thought out, and they got to change what they're doing on the offensive side.
Got to give that defense a little credit, though, don't you?
Well, yeah, the defense did its job, but man, that was pretty easy.
Falcons snap it at the 36. Matt Ryan's pass intended for Roddy White. Looking at the passing numbers on both sides of the ball, they're just not there. The coverage has been good and has been hard to move the ball against those secondaries.
Yeah, good job for the defense today. They got a good pass rush going. The coverage has been good down the field. And also, the defense has been good, but the quarterback has not been real sharp.
Double tight end formation. Second down and 10. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Picks up 8 here.
Always good to have these types of runs. Hey, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
Now looking at third down. Freeman's going to secure the handle.
And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
The Falcons, they never back off. That first down, they got a small lead here in the second half. What are they looking to do? They're looking to march this football down the field and score.
The line of scrimmage, the 48.
First down and 10. Two hands on the football and has the catch.
When you talk about the play-action pass game, it's really when you call it. You got to be in a situation where the defense is thinking run, and when they are, do you have the courage, or I should say the smarts, to fake the run and throw the football? Good call that time by the offense.
Line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line.
First down following the long play. Coleman's taking the handoff. Space to work. Coleman's tackled down after a gain of 7.
Running backs, they love counter runs. They know when a defense has been over pursuing, so they make that fake one way, and when they cut it back, there's usually a great running lane there. Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
3-step drop, and they're all over him for the sack.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
Matt Ryan under center. The Falcons will take the snap from the 25. Throws the pass. A nice grab. No doubt he was going to hold on to that one.
The Falcons on their offensive play sheet, they don't have many plays for third and long situations, but that is a really nice job that time by the offense, the quarterback. They pick up the first down. That'll get you going.
Stepping up to the line at the 4-yard line.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Ryan gives it up. McKinney's the one who made the big stop.
Oh my gosh, it is the worst thing you can do on the offensive side. This drives coaches crazy. When you get down near the goal line, you run the football and you lose yards. That's just not being tough enough.
Second and goal from the 6. Freeman's handed the football. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day.
The offense is so close right here. They just need to show a little power and punch this in the end zone and get that touchdown.
Football sits at the 2.
That defensive front looks impenetrable here on the goal line. They break through, tackle him behind the line.
What a job by the defense down on the goal line. They were playing run all the way. It was a run. They got the penetration, and they tackle the runner for a loss.
Bryant's lining up for the field goal. He's 2 of 2 so far today.
And he converts here on the field goal try.
We're heading into the fourth, and it looks like they've seized control of this game with that field goal.
I think they have. And you know what you do? You kick that field goal, you're looking up at the clock, and you're deciding how many times can the opponent have the football? What should we do? Manage the game from here on out.
The Texans ready to receive the kick.
Martin's got it on the return. And he's tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Falcons have to be grateful that their defense has been so dominant today, and that's why they're right in the middle of this one.
Yeah, that's why they're in this game so far, Jim. And it's good to see it, too, on the defensive side, but to play this way, to be so dominating and physical, good sign for their defense.
First down at the 28. Intercepted. And he's brought to the ground.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just misjudge the talent on the other side. And what a play by the linebacker picking off the pass. What a pair of hands also.
Matt Ryan marching back into the huddle. He's been absolutely sensational today, Phil, showing us just how proficient he can be when he's in top form.
Some guys are so good that they can just do anything they want on the field because they have so much talent, and that's what we're witnessing here today. It's just a guy loaded with talent.
As with all turnovers, play is stopped now as the crew wants to confirm whether or not that was, in fact, an interception.
Let's remember, even though it was an interception by the defense, we got to judge it just like we would an offensive receiver. Does he have possession of the football? We'll find out.
That review came from upstairs. They're just doing their due diligence. That play on the field will stand. It was the right call in the first place. Great starting position here for the offense.
Freeman's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back.
Julio Jones with the grab.
Jones is a great slant route runner. He knows how to stick his outside foot in the ground and go right across the middle of the field. The quarterback puts it right on target, and he picks up good yards. It doesn't quite get a first down, though.
After the catch, it's now 2nd down and 1.
So 3 quarters in the books, and you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Falcons will come to the line, trying to put together a scoring drive here in the fourth.
Stepping up to the line of scrimmage, the 22-yard line.
Here is the first snap of the final quarter. Launches it down the field and incomplete. Didn't get his feet down.
When you get a guy open in the NFL down the field like that, you have to put the football on the money, and that time the quarterback did not do it.
Third and short following the incompletion. The Falcons are at the line of scrimmage with a pair of backs split behind the quarterback. Matt Ryan from the shotgun. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with two hands. That's his fourth catch of the day.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion. The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
First and goal. And this is dropped.
All you have to do is watch the head of the receiver. When they drop footballs, usually it's because you can see their head move the other way before the football gets there. That's what happened this time, and it's a drop pass.
Stepping up, ready to spring into action at the 8.
Second and goal from the 8. What a catch. Touchdown. With less than a quarter to play, it's going to be very difficult to catch them at this point.
Yeah, the chances of a comeback have almost gone to impossible, but I'll say this on the offensive side. Don't take any chances and see if you can just find a way to march down the field to score to keep this game going.
Add the extra point. The kick is good. The Texans now have even more work to do to get back into this one. Scores 30-13. The Texans ready to take that football down the field. Johnson's got it. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. The Texans just gave up some big turnover points. And let's see if they can hold on to the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiving to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Out of the shotgun. And that pass is just thrown away. Second down. Mallett's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Can't hold on here as this falls incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
On the way, third down. Just a quick drop back. It's caught by Washington. That's reception number 2 for him.
I know it looks easy, but it's not. But a nice throw on the slant route. Slant route means you're slanting towards the inside. Good throw and catch.
Mallett's completion percentage, 50% on the day. The Falcons lined up in the nickel. First down at the 44. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
Coming to the line of scrimmage, right at midfield.
The Texans lined up. Everybody split out wide.
Second and 4.
Martin's got the catch and the first.
Don't see enough of this in the NFL anymore. The out route. Everybody's afraid to throw it. They want all those little safe dink and dunks inside. But that is a nice throw and catch by the quarterback and wide receiver.
Coming to the line at the 40-yard line.
Now first and 10. Incomplete.
Man, the quarterback, the coaches, his teammates, everybody loves to see a player give that type of effort. How about the receiver just going all out to make the catch? Doesn't quite get there, but the effort is outstanding.
And now they'll try over again on second down.
Foster in the backfield, single back set. Johnson's got it on a pass that had some heat. That's his third catch of the day.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field and you pick up a first down, now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster for about 4.
Texans know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. It can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through, good solid run that time.
Coming up to the line at the 13-yard line.
Mallett standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
And here's the pass, incomplete. Third down.
Let's go.
Touchdown, and they get one back.
What a throw by the quarterback for a touchdown. It was just really nice. He threw it beautifully, right on target. Touchdown.
The Texans for the extra point.
Makes the PAT. Falcons returners are back deep. They still have that big lead. Scores 30-20.
The Falcons in kick return formation.
And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Falcons will try to continue this scoring onslaught as a shootout has developed on both sides of the field.
I have a little advice for the offensive coordinator. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Keep the pedal to the metal. Your players are playing great, and let them keep rolling.
Matt Ryan under center. First down at the 26.
Scans the field. And he reaches out and makes the catch.
Nobody was going to catch him there. Touchdown. Early in the fourth, and they look to have seized control of this one with that touchdown.
Boy, I think they did. Now it's up to the defense. Go out there and shut the opponent's offense down. If you do that, this game is in the bag.
The Falcons for the extra point.
Extra point is good.
The Texans ready to receive the kick.
And this is Martin running it out. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Texans coming back onto the field on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it.
Listen, momentum is on their side. When you have that going for you, keep the defense guessing at what you're going to do. So I think it's very important to stay aggressive in this situation.
Foster's in the backfield. Single back set. First down at the 20. The reception by Foster. Collins is going to make the tackle.
You can only take what the defense gives you. Even though the offense is down here in the fourth quarter, they throw it short. That was a smart play.
After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way.
The Texans lined up, bunch formation. Foster on the screen. Incomplete as he was looking short. Third down on the way.
Let's go.
Quick drop back. And Washington's got it. First down. That's reception number 4 for him.
When you run the slant route, it's very important to know as a receiver that you're going to catch that football probably in between some linebackers.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Quarters formation here for the defense. Mallett's back in shotgun formation. Pass is intercepted. Midway through the fourth, and the mood on that sideline, Phil, has to be one of tremendous frustration as they throw the interception.
Absolutely, Jim. They have to be so disappointed. They had high hopes coming into this game. We talked to the coaches. They thought they would play well. Well, this is just one of those days when nothing went right for your side.
The Falcons really have this offense cranking, Phil. They've scored on their last 2 series.
You know, what we see now in the NFL, so many different ways to move an offense, screens, run plays, power plays, trick plays. Right now, everything working on the offensive side.
The Falcons from the 37. Handoff out of the I formation. And that picks up 3. He's averaged about 2 yards a carry on the day.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
After the 2-yard carry, it sets up 2nd down and 8. They bring in the extra tight end. Running room. And that's a gain of maybe 5.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
3rd down now. Coleman's going to take the handoff now. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
That's an awesome job by the offense picking up this first down here in the second half. They've got a big lead. It's not about scoring anymore. It's just about milking that clock, and that is an art, and this team is good at it.
Coming to the line at the 48.
First down at the 48. And that's Dent in on the stop.
Smith's never able to build up that power that he has as a running back when there's nowhere to go. Hey, there's nowhere to go. That's a short game.
It's now 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard rush. Smith's got it on the handoff. Can't find space, and this will be a loss of 1 on the play.
The Texans defense is so fast and so powerful. That time on the run play, they just overpower the offensive line, and they tackle the runner for a loss.
Coming to the line at the 46.
Falcons get set at the line, needing to get to the 38 for a first.
Third down after the penalty.
The Texans defense now is going to go nickel.
Back to the ground. He's brought down. That's going to bring up fourth down.
The Falcons know what a situation they were in right there, and it was a tough one. Third and long, what are you going to do? Well, they decide to run the football, and I agree with that. If you try to throw it down the field, it probably was going to lead to a mistake.
Bosher is back now. He'll be punting it away. Touchback now as the ball comes out to the 20. The Falcons defense would like to come up with the same kind of result they had the last time when they had the interception.
Jim, that was awesome. It's so hard in this league now to get an interception because if you look at the receiver the wrong way, they'll throw a flag. So good job by the defense.
First down at the 20. Garrett Graham takes the ball. Graham's got the first as he's brought down. Big and open. That's what this tight end's been today, Phil.
Yeah, we see it more and more. Tight ends getting the football from their quarterbacks. Why? Because they're going against linebackers. They're faster and usually bigger than the linebackers. That's matchups you love on the field.
The Falcons with a nickel look here on defense. Mallett's got it in the gun.
And intercepted. Tackles made.
This is going to be an interesting week of practice for this offense as they'll try to put this performance behind them. But here's one last interception for them to try to get over.
Well, if I was the head coach of this football team, I'd give him a little pep talk when the game is over, that he knows better times are ahead, and I would not even watch the film of this game tomorrow.
The Falcons heading back out there on offense, hoping to improve on their last possession, which ended rather quickly with a punt.
Yeah, I think what they got to do, they got to come out and be a little more creative, get the defense off guard, make them think over there. That was too generic what they did on the offensive side. If you want to score, show some ingenuity.
It's a two tight end formation.
First down at the 42.
Gets the handle here. Clowney's able to read that play and make the hit.
The Texans guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
The line of scrimmage, the 43-yard line.
Second and 12.
Coleman's going to secure the handoff.
Brown's there to make the tackle. It'll be third down. It's intercepted. They bring him to the turf.
At least this defense is going to have one positive to look back on from this game with the late interception.
That's how it should always be, man. Just go out there and do your best. That's all you can expect to do. Sometimes you do play sports. The other team is better. They were better than you today, but you showed them you're willing to fight the whole 60 minutes.
And there is Arian Foster. And a very uncharacteristic performance for him today. You can see what an effect it's had on his team when he's not performing at his usual level, Phil.
Yeah, when you go out there and you want to win a football game, who usually leads the way to help you win that game is a star player. And today that never happened. It was a surprise to us, and that's the big reason why they're going to lose.
Mallett's going to take it from the gun. And this goes incomplete as he was looking over the middle. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Back now in this one, and time is running out here in the fourth quarter. The Falcons go with the dime formation here on defense. The Texans will take the snap from the 40. The Texans get a first down. Timeout won't be used here. They'll go to the hurry. First down at the 43. Shorts can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop. Coming to the line at the 43.
Let's go.
The Texans take it from the 43. Here's the throw, and it's off the mark.
Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort.
The Texans at the line of scrimmage. Split backfield. 3rd and 10. Surveys. Shorts there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. 3rd catch today so far. Holding on to the timeout. They'll rush back to the line. From the shotgun. Scanning the field. Incompletion here as he was looking over the middle. After the incomplete pass, it brings up 2nd down. Falcons will come out in the dime. Mallett's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks love to see a receiver have this type of play. Even though he doesn't make the catch, the effort is outstanding, and he's given everything he has to make that catch.
It's 3rd down coming up. The Texans need to get to the 11 to pick up a first down. It's going to be a false start call on the offense.
Third down after the penalty.
Let's go.
Mallet standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Intercepted. Room to work. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown.
What a job by the offense. So little time left. To drive down the field and score, that just ices the game. Nice job by the whole football team today, but especially on the offensive side.
The Falcons for the extra point. And the point after is good. The Texans ready to take that football down the field.
Johnson can't resist. He'll test the coverage. And he's tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. The Falcons have gotten the job done with defense today. No doubt about that, Phil.
It's fun to watch them play defense, Jim. They've dominated out here today. They have great hustle. They have tremendous discipline. Not surprised they played so well.
The Falcons defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. First down at the 22.
Has to extend for that one, and he's got it.
Won't huddle now. Gonna conserve the timeout and rush back to the line.
Second down after the incompletion.
Mallett's all by himself in the backfield for this snap. Out of the gun. Airing it out. And they can't connect.
Well, we look at that drop pass right there. You know, one of the biggest cliches ever in sports. Oh, they're going to go right back to this guy to keep his confidence going. Well, I don't know about that. If you drop a pass, sometimes I might want to try somebody else to see if they can catch it when they're open. So if you get open, the quarterback will throw it to you.
This is third down.
The Texans need to get to the 43 to pick up a first.
Third down after the penalty.
Mallett's alone in the backfield. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun.
And the throw, it's incomplete.
The Texans don't have a lot of options on third and long situations. The pass goes incomplete, and the defense did a good job of staying back there and not giving up the deep throw.
They're in punting formation. And a touchback. The Falcons offense takes the field, and they're looking to kneel this game out. How great a feeling was it to take the field, Phil, knowing you had just to take a knee and then you could celebrate?
Oh, it's the best. You get in the huddle, you can smile at each other, but the one thing you do talk about, Jim, make sure you protect the quarterback and don't let somebody come in and get a cheap hit on him before he can kneel down and end this game.
And this will probably wrap things up here. Handoff. For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nantz saying so long for now.